able to be inside of your dreams, it's surreal. Because it's like, we be feeling like in the back of our heads, that'll happen to us. And so when it does, it's just like,
it's surreal.
And I get so protective of it that I don't even want to celebrate it. On some, like, you know, post-slavery shit, don't love your black babies so hard because something might happen to... And so it's like, don't love too much because shit goes wrong. And, like, surviving that heartbreak because you gave it everything.
Friend, you're making me cry.
No, literally, though. Yeah.
You hit me right
there.
I hate that for us.
I really do.
Hilarious. That's one thing I do not like about the club. The breast was hot and they was everywhere. That's fucking hilarious. No, it's true because
do is a one-liner.
No, period. Yelling over the music in the club to the point where you can't even speak. I'm coming out that bitch sounding like Jesus. I don't even fucking know. Macy Gray. The breath, like, you trying to talk to one person, it's all on your nose. You trying to talk to somebody else, it's all on your face. I'm like, it's COVID-19 in the air. I can't do that.
Literally.
You just have to suffer through it though. So you can pop that. Okay, there was that nigga at the fucking, what's his name? At the first hookah bar. Okay, you get up. What?
You took my seat. I need your numbers. I'm gonna need both your names.
First of all, you are pushing 46.
Okay. 50, bitch.
Not you abbreviated that 50? To the sound. First of all, nigga.
Literally.
You get up from the bar. What the fuck am I supposed to think? You're about, it's not just crazy, man, how they just take our seats. I'm like, is this high school?
Literally.
And also, you see a bad bitch trying to rest they feet, allow that to happen. Like, why do you have an attitude?
No, literally, because I know you had fun looking at me.
Oh my god, no, literally.
The nigga was literally facing us and just watching us.
Yes! You should be buying me a drink as a thing.
Literally, like, hard as fuck. And when he came, he rubbed his fucking my knee.
Shut the fuck up.
Yeah. I couldn't, like, acknowledge it because literally didn't want to throw up.
Way.
Yeah, I felt a hard thing. Like, it was a hard day.
Like, it's just there, and like, okay, we're gonna address it.
Right.
And they get nothing for nothing. The wind blows the right way.
The right way down.
It's fucking annoying. Anyway, so that nigga's geared up, sipping on smoking hookah. As a man, why are you smoking hookah in the club? With no other bitches around.
As a man,
though.
Oh, we thought we was gonna be the bitches. Oh no.
And your approach was,
Baltimore.
Hey yo, well, since y'all took how about this? Since y'all took my seat, I get both y'all names. Loser.
Like,
loser. I turned back from the bartender and I asked Nani, I said, you tell him your name? He said, no.
No.
Then we got the fuck up out of there. Bye. So our next girl's trip is supposed to be for Italy. Her is giving Lana Del Rey. Long white flowy dress. Wine all day.
Yes. Ugh. It's not like my car. But I should look at the manual, child. I hate not knowing how to drive a fucking car. I'm such a femtop bye. That was so gay. What? That was like one of the gay shit I ever heard.
What?
I was like, oh, I should look at the manual. I hate not knowing how to drive the car. Like, it's giving femtop.
If you say so. My friend want to be a top so bad.
And not top, but it's like
a little dumb, a little.
Yeah, dumb. Like,
you're just bossy.
Yeah. But also, like
you be like this, like,
no, for real.
I mean, like little meme.
But like when we get home, like, you know, it's it's all of a sudden it's giving baby girl. But you know, when we just doing our thing, nigga.
Literally, I hear you on the phone.
Because you know how to push my buttons, so I can hop off on him because it makes his fucking. But I fucking am bitchy to him.
And I've heard multiple times on the phone, just randomly, like y'all just be on the phone. Mar be like, "You look sexy, baby. Can't even see you. You the baddest bitch I ever been with, baby." Let me do another one. Hold up. Baby, you so fucking sexy. You be like, "Thank you, daddy." Like,
as a Scorpio, I'm shutting up now.
OMG, friend. I know. I put the camera on. All of a sudden, not even mute. Like, do not know, do not perceive me. Hell nah. You better buck the fuck up. All that shit that you were talking on the phone. Oh, we about to be on YouTube. We're acting
No. Yeah, but like, not personal stuff. We're talking about like. I'm private when it comes to like the inner workings of like my sexuality.
I thought you just said that you put your.
That's me selling sex. Like that's literally me.
But this is
being But this is like it's like I'm a porn star. I like to talk about sex in general. I talk about like what I like, but it's like when it's like me, stuff about me, my nigga. It's like me, and my nigga know that. But when we get our OnlyFans, y'all gonna know a little bit of something before a fee. It's like you know. But with me, I can get on a live and talk about eating puss or like sucking strap or like the fucking how to take anal and stuff. Like how to enjoy anal if you're like nervous about not enjoying. I can do that, but I'm not gonna talk about. I'm not gonna talk about me and my niggas.
You gave me the full how to do it in the butt 101 over FaceTime.
And like that's what I want for our podcast, where it's just like,
oh, the podcast is coming. But that's the thing, friend. You need to be open and vulnerable. Like that's the thing. You have to be. I know it's the Scorpio urge.
It's just about certain stuff. I'm talking about this specific element. I'm keeping private.
We won't see, because I don't know about that. It's giving private across the board. I only want y'all to know that I'm pretty.
What are you talking about? No, I'm talking about that specific thing, and then also like personal stuff about like my spirituality practices. I don't talk about all that.
You don't.
I don't get into the nitty gritty. Like I'm not gonna sit here and be like on the podcast talk about sacred shit that like I don't want getting in the wrong hands type thing. So that's why I keep it like for podcasts. I wouldn't talk about certain stuff. I would keep it very like basic,
but also like just on some real shit. Are you afraid of being judged?
No, not at all.
Okay, period. So what's the podcast giving?
I think we wrote it in our notes app. You have to look.
It's giving sex, love, and magic.
Period. That's actually kind of
right.
My Scorpio urge to not get into the weeds of it all. No, can't. Won't. Her. I love an illusion. I love leaving things to the imagination and the mystery.
Okay, period.
I still feel like I'm an open book, but like it's just a couple chapters missing because it's like an old book.
The pages is ripped up.
The pages are ripped up. It's coffee stains. There's like tear stains. The camera's really watching me fucking scratch my ear. Niggas gonna think I have dirty ears. I just have this like
boom
tick.
Right there. There we go.
It's like a tick to scratch my ears. Ooh, okay, yeah. So it is me also being hypercritical of myself. Not you caught it.
Because I was like, let me just listen.
Not you know me better than I know myself.
It's not even. Oh, look at that. Just the little whatever to New York. That is so crazy.
Literally me driving to see you.
Oh, period. No, literally not in our like manifesting. We're manifesting heavy. Okay,
so I need to see my bitch. So sorry.
It's so true.
Host you at my home.
I cannot.
It's like a couple days. It's like cook for you. Like and like kind of just have like, you know, our girl time, like over wine and just
in a homey vibe.
In a homey vibe, like
I cannot wait to have you over to my apartment. We're just out and about doing fucking New York shit.
For brand, it'd be a key.
Oh my god. You know, us three will be cutting the fuck up. It's gonna be so stupid.
Literally stupidity. I'm screaming.
Not you lock the door.
Huh? Oh shit. I have DC trauma. I had a
oh, that was me, I think.
I was coming out the Uber in the restaurant with my to-go box, and a nigga came and said, "That's mine." I said, "Fur." Just snatched on my hand and then just started like power walking away. I said, you know, I'm not even gonna press it because it's like,
shut the fuck up.
It's like if you,
I'm screaming.
I'm not even gonna press it because it's like, period.
Oh, I'm screaming.
I hope you enjoy. Like literally, I hope you enjoy. I really entertained by it because I was like, oh my god, this is literally one of the funniest things ever happened to me.
That is hilarious.
Because when I tell you, friend, me stepping out of the Uber.
That's a good ass story.
My to-go box in hand, the nigga coming up to me seeing the nigga, him snatching it, then power walking away. All of that happened in 3.2 seconds.
Oh, I'm so sure.
Literally happened in a blink of an eye.
Oh, I'm so
My friend didn't even notice. I had to tell him, and he was just like, "No way! Like, what are you talking about?" Catching a lot, but still going fast.
Yeah.
It looked like when you see a turtle running.
Yeah!
Baby, why did biology class have us thinking turtles was slow?
Them bitches
Turtles
fucking booking it.
They are fat. When they got somewhere to be, when a turtle got somewhere to be, they gonna be there and early. This a vibe.
A little too voted for Hillary.
Okay, let's talk about that. Where are the anarchists?
No.
Where are the fucking abolitionists? Where are the niggas
who have the Molotov
If I handed you a torch right now and I said we ride at dawn, y'all
who's pulling up?
Who's pulling up? Who's pulling up?
And who's not about to start asking about, well, can we vote? Can we? Shut the fuck up.
Can we just do a healing circle?
Right.
Absolutely.
Simultaneously.
Absolutely.
Like,
the revolution should be healing.
Okay.
Like, not just after, throughout the process.
Oh, period.
Like,
you better preach. One thing that they gonna do, preach. Take us to church.
I be trying, child. I don't actually be trying, but I be trying. Let me stop. I be trying.
You need to step into your power as a speaker. That's something that you do not embrace at all.
At the fuck all.
At all. For whatever reason.
You have to stop reading me. It's gonna get deep. I'm gonna start crying.
No, literally, let me actually just circle back because
this is something that we need to put a pin in because we absolutely do need to talk about it. But
we will. I won't get all into that.
But
I won't get all into that. But just the whole
it's just the fact that I can't believe that you recognize that in me.
The Scorpio Cancer connect is kind of, it's like in the stars. It's
because friend,
atmosphere, it's dense, friend. It's also so light, and we just understand each other. Like, we know how to speak to one another. Like, we just the energy just, it's
we be calling each other out just right.
Yeah,
like, but also be speaking life in each other, like,
yeah,
like thick. But also when we need to get ourselves together,
like,
we
just
get
a
ourselves
quick little,
together, like, a little
get in line type thing.
Okay, and it's all out of love.
It's all love.
Like, I want to see my bitch.
It's true.
I want to see my bitch moving, reflective of their character.
Exactly. And also, like, how we
reminding you of that.
Period. And how we treat each other too. Like, we want to make sure that, like, we're doing right
by each other.
At the end of the day.
But as an extension, you gotta do right by
yourself.
And other niggas.
Exactly.
Yeah.
TBH, when you're talking about, like, the Scorpio Earth, you like being private and shit. Yeah. I just know, like, I understand it. I understand it and I respect it. And I think it's actually something I really admire. But I'm also like, I also know that Scorpios be doing that and also be like hiding from themselves. Let's not even get into it. You know what I'm talking about? But it's like,
you shut the fuck up.
And it's just something that I recognize. I just be trying to gently be like,
friend,
I invite you
talk
to
about how Every time we talk, it's a therapy session, and that's just
so healing.
What we are for each other, like,
it's
period.
True.
And I honestly think it is a little influenced by just like us and our kind of like callings in a way, or like our dreams.
Yeah,
like we have very, you know, similar like
it feels like
paths.
Yes.
I feel like we both like our goals of like the work that we aspire
Yeah.
to. Bring this load that is so unnecessary. Like, you don't have to carry it.
No.
And it's obviously like not like all choices are made equally. Like not everybody has the same circumstance or like ability to like find and also like make use of like community and social support and friends and family. So like I get that, but it's like I'm talking about the people who think this is the way their life's supposed to be.
A lot of people are replacing their significant other with the community, and that's where they're getting fucked up at. Like,
that's what I'm talking about.
People are like, I want a boyfriend. Actually, what you need is
a bestie,
a couple, right? Like a friend or two to go out to lunch with, speak your heart out to, and be there to support you. Because, like you said, like that's a lot for one person to try and fulfill.
Yes.
Too much for one person to fulfill. Like, if we're being real,
whole system of support where you know, y'all all play on your strengths and like use the tools that you have and you offer it to each other, and in exchange we give you the same thing, like looking out for one another.
Exactly. I'm invested in your survival. Bitches aren't investing in each other's survival anymore. It's this hyper individualistic state of mind, and that goes hand in hand with, of course, the capitalistic nature of just what life is right now in this Western society, and the hustle and grind culture. Like, I gotta look out for me and mine, which is really just your fucking self. I'm gonna hustle myself out of the struggle or whatever. Like, I'm gonna motherfucking get this bread till I'm free type of thing. Like, babes, it really doesn't work like that. It really doesn't.
It really don't. Sometimes I have to interrogate like my hopes and dreams when it comes to my romantic life and my familial life that I'm like wanting to create. I'm just like, some of the stuff I'm like, this is getting very much indoctrination. Is that really what I want?
Exactly.
Really, or is it what feels safe because it's like what I know? Girl, bye.
Preach. Speak on it. Because I want to get married. I don't care what nobody has to say about it.
Period. Friend,
I don't care what anybody has to say about that shit.
Are you kidding?
I do not give a fuck what nobody gotta say.
Bridesmaid as fuck. I cannot wait to go to your wedding.
Oh my god. It's not like I can't wait to get married, but I can't wait for more of what we envision in life to become more true and true every day. Like, that's what I'm really looking forward to, because I know it's happening. It's happening all the time.
I just for it to start coming in. Like,
to start.
I'm trying to see the fruits now.
Yeah,
but I know they're coming.
Exactly.
Because it's like it be revealing itself.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, yeah. I'm just keep getting like
layer by layer.
That like I'm on the right path.
Yeah.
Like, I'm gonna be living the life that I've dreamed.
Amen. Ashe.
And same for you, friend.
Ashe.
Like, these next years of our 20s, friend. Wow, it's gonna be so much fun. Like, so many memories.
The freedom
so
of
much
it all.
Like good work. Like I want it to be like good work, exciting work, healing work, impactful work. I want grad school to feel like transformative. I want to feel like I'm making impacts.
I think that I pray that that's the case.
Yes.
But I heavily believe it too. Like, just in my spirit, I remember 222. I remember child.
You're my nigga. Like,
oh my god! Angels are speaking.
It's literally been 4 or 5 times at this point.
Yes.
And the shit that we've been talking about today.
Yeah, each time too. It's just like the angel's like, you got it.
Again, that was a confirmation.
Yes.
Literally confirmation.
Oh my god.
God.
We're so thankful.
We're so thankful. Oh. I wouldn't want to be anybody else. That's so crazy. I fuck with me heavy.
Yeah.
I fuck with myself.
Yeah.
It's like, damn, like, I love me. I love who I am around that they bring out of me. Like, this, like, being around you really, like, feels like parts of myself that, like, I don't get to share with a lot of people.
Me too.
Because I don't feel like I relate to a lot of people.
Me too.
But, like, I relate to you so much.
I 100%
and I feel so
agree.
seen.
I 100% agree.
I'm just like, damn, like, y'all niggas don't be on, like y'all really don't be
y'all not
getting
reading
me.
minds?
Y'all don't be getting me.
Yeah.
And it's like, I can teach somebody to get me. I can, like, kind of, like, guide them through it. But with you,
when there's that understanding,
you get me before I even get myself.
What you've been saying, what's understood doesn't need to be said. That's really our whole relationship.
Yes.
That's really our whole shit.
It's like this, like, hidden language.
Yeah.
Or like a,
and we be
just knowing.
Yes. No. And
we
we don't even know the things. We just be stumbling across them together. Mm-hmm. And that's what's so fun too.
Mm-hmm.
Friend.
I mean,
not I love my friend.
Friend.
This is so much more convenient. You just look like such a bad bitch right now. Like you've been, on the things that are understood don't need to be said, because I feel like constantly just through life, just like this, it's like people are not intending to misunderstand me, and I know they're trying, but I still always just feel like this like gap, or like this sense of like feeling almost incomplete in a way. Like maybe like what I was said, like maybe like 60% of it was received or heard, or like, but with you it'd be feeling like outlet to plug, and we'd be creating power. Like it just be feeling like it fit, it clicks, it's electric. It's the understanding.
It's understanding.
It's the understanding.
It's the shared understanding.
Yeah.
Our consideration and understanding of things is giving very much twin flames.
No, like
evil twins.
Literally, it's so true.
I think it's also just comes from like our like the way that we're both so heavy, intuitive people.
It's so
and
true.
Like we just click on that like clairvoyant nature.
Yes.
You know.
100%.
Because it's like I feel like a lot of times with other people that can clash, but with ours it's like it gets enriched. Like my intuition, like I feel like
it strengthens
my intuition, because like you validate that shit, and I'm just like, ooh,
because when like you're an intuitive type of bitch, especially like a spiritual bitch, just in general, doubt is literally like our middle name as well. It really is. It's like, okay, did I peep what I just thought I peeped? Did I feel what I just thought I felt? Like, or am I tripping? Is this something that I'm trying to imagine? But it's like, it feels so good to be like, somebody else saw that too.
Yes, because like we live in a society where niggas need hard data, facts, and statistics to say that something is what it is. And like niggas don't value gifts of like intuition or
at all
thinking with your heart and not your mind. Or like moving out of like just I'm gonna catch the vibe and move that way. It's like no, like, you have to like be in your head. You have to be in your head. You have to have the data. You have to have something to back it up. No, I'm gonna move off of
what spirit told me to.
Where spirit is literally whispering down my fucking ear, like my ear hole. Like spirit be
down my ear hole.
Like,
it's so true.
And so it's like that self-doubt gets bred in an environment like that, because it's like this shit is not embraced, and it's also invalidated.
It's discredited like shit.
It's discredited like to be intuitive and clairvoyant and prophetic. It's invalidated.
It's not. It's actually and
pseudoscience.
No, it's actually kind of sick, because like I don't know. How can I even say this, right?
I'm buckled in.
I love my friends. I love my friends. And even the one little link that I'm talking to now, like I care for them. But a big part of why I think I feel distant sometimes is all of that. Everything. this, and that is me. Like, that's a huge part of myself.
Oh my god,
it's everything.
It's really everything.
So
it predicts and like dictates and
where I fucking came from, what I'm doing now, and where we're going.
Absolutely. Like,
so it's like when it's not understood, like, it sounds petty, right? But to be like about the astrology shit, or about like I felt something in my spirit and then it came true. Oh, you're psychic or whatever. Like,
it's like, don't make light of that. Like,
I don't know, like, when I'm being led down the path that I'm led on, you're wondering how the fuck I got there, just remember that. He's in like, psychic shit and astrology, giggles. No, and that's honestly, like, that's heavily where I feel like I am right now. People are kind of looking at me like, whoa, what the fuck happened? Like,
no, did a
like,
full one. But it's not even that. It's not even giving full 180.
No,
like, you've been on this
path.
It's
true, and that's the
like,
thing.
You've been the same person, but just fucking evolved and gotten more fucking 10 toes down in your identity and who you are. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I just feel like you're just way more confident in like what you want to do and like your hopes and dreams. Like, you've always, like, I remember talking about this shit with you in like 2019, but I feel like crazy. Now it's like you're really like taking ownership of your dreams.
Before it was like I was like whispering that shit out,
talking
like
that shit. But now you're like, bitch, these dreams are mine, and I'm about to make them happen.
At the end of the motherfucking
goodbye. Get the fuck bye. Like, for red. It's just like you done doing your talk. It's
now it's giving the walk. I got my power walk on. Like,
I'm walking my dreams like a dog, bitch. Walking like a dog.
You just ate with that. You chewed with that one.
Did I chew or did I chew? Where are the crumbs?
Oh! People will always fucking congratulate how good you look when you pop out with your accolades and every other motherfucking thing. It's the journey, right? That I felt like niggas was not present to. I'm like, and I'm trying to tell other people, like,
I'm giving you your credit for that. This was years in the motherfucking making. That, overnight.
And that's what, like, and again, that's a part of the capitalist shit. That's a part of the white supremacist shit. We just want to see one-hit wonders. We want to see productivity. We want to see result. No,
give me that slow build. As a Scorpio bitch,
give me that slow
when I say rise from the ashes,
okay,
I mean it's gonna take a couple of decades. Like,
absolutely, no, seriously, and like, it has our brains fucked the fuck up.
Yes,
and we start like getting down on ourselves about that shit, getting down about like, am I doing all that I can do? Because I see this person popping up, I see so and so popping up, I see so and so. You don't even know all the years, all the struggle, all the everything, the praying, the manifesting, the journaling, the tears, the fucking doubt, the people telling you like that you can't do it, people fucking. You don't know about none of that. All you saw was the success. All you, or at least like the thing to congratulate. You don't even know what was swallowed and fucking the loss that was taken like behind all of that to get to that mountain peak. Yes. Like, you don't know, you really don't, and people ignore that shit. But it's like, we need to be more present to people's journeys and the steps, because that is just as important, if not more so, than the fruit. Literally. It's the seed, it's the everyday, it's the maintenance, it's the weed pulling, it's the watering, it's the food, it's the nourishment. Like, it's really, really not overnight. It really isn't. And I want more people to be more present to that, so that way, like, we can feel better about the shit that we do and not give up on ourselves so quickly either. Like,
but it also makes the, finish line even sweeter, because I'm
literally,
like, you saw what that nigga had to go through to get here. So and
you have to run your own race at the end of the day. Like, other niggas, like, not everyone will believe in you. Period. People only believe in results. I saw a TikTok like that. People only believe in product. That's crazy.
Yes.
And that's just human nature. Like, or maybe it's human nature, but it's also like, we're also creating that culture for show.
It's just so crazy, like, to be inside of your dream. Like, that shit's so fucking crazy, because it's just like that black fucking gene of, feeling like what's that term? Whenever you feel like an imposter syndrome. So it's like when as a nigga and then like further marginalized, you know, whatever identities you might have that like further pushes you at the margins. If it would be inside of your dreams, it's surreal because it's like we be feeling like in the back of our heads that shit is like, nah, that don't happen to us. That don't happen to us. And so when it does, it's just like,
it's surreal. It's surreal. And like,
it makes me, and I get so protective of it that I don't even want to celebrate it. On some like, you know, post-slavery shit. Don't love your black babies so hard because something might happen to. And so it's like, don't love too much because shit goes wrong. And like surviving that heartbreak because you gave it everything.
You're making me cry.
No, literally though. Yeah. Like, oof. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
You hit me right
there. Yeah, friend.
Oh my god.
Oh, no, woo. Preaching.
Like
that's real.
That is. I hate that for us.
I really do. Like,
I hate that for us.
It's just like out of anybody in the world who needs that most, like,
it's so sick, it's so sick.
And I feel like, for Ren, relating back to what you said about survival, like, I feel like survival has evolved. Like, that shit I understand in fucking 1860, in 1910, in 1950s, 60s, during the fucking civil rights movement. I get it, but it's like, we are, you know, I'm not saying like on the other side of the hill, but we're walking down the hill,
right?
You know, at a snail pace.
Yeah,
but we're doing it.
It's
so
happening.
Like, our survival isn't that anymore, so we can let go of that shit. Because I still feel like it's being perpetuated,
and that's
in the
just
black
trauma.
home.
That's trauma. It's like you can't. That's what you know. It's like, how can you abandon the tactics that even allowed us to live this long? Like, how can you? Because there's like, when do we learn to relax? When can we unclench? Like,
yes, friend. It's just so, I feel like
it's heavy.
It's really heavy, and I just feel also just so much understanding.
Yeah,
so much understanding. And it's like obviously not excuse for like abuse,
right?
But like an understanding of. And also a gratefulness that they were still able to allow us to exist so that like we could do the work for the future lineage. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, because they knew it wasn't going to be their lifetime or even like their children's lifetime, but they're like the great, like, you know what I mean?
And it might be something even innate, because sometimes like we're not always so consciously aware that we're like moving or operating like that. Like, even when we do this work now, we know like it's gonna be many generations after us. We may not see I'll just say it, we won't see the freedoms that we're fighting for, but we fight anyway. We still like put the boot to the fucking ground and do it anyway, because something innate in us knows, like, it's that higher self that's like,
yes,
I'm doing it for somebody. Like, and I gotta go hard.
That's like the black practice of community.
Literally. Like,
we know community. Like, deeply marginalized people.
It's all we
had.
Community. It's like, all we've ever had. When we had nothing, we have each other. Like, even as cliche as that sounds, but it's because it's the truth.
We had to have each other for a very long time.
When our bodies were currency.
Yeah.
And we weren't people.
Literal mules.
We the only thing we could do was to look to each other.
And it's just the thing about that shit, like, niggas was still falling in love and making music through that shit.
And creating beautiful recipes.
And beautiful art. And performing, singing,
and song,
dancing,
everything.
Making their fucking makeshift instruments. And it's like literally creating this culture and like this new shared meaning, and like they didn't even realize
it was just living.
They were just surviving.
It was just being.
Yes.
And that's why blackness is so like, it's everything to me, because look at what we do and create.
when nobody's watching, with no accolade. We don't need no fucking BET award for the shit that we do. Like, we don't need an NAACP award for the shit that we do. We don't need a diploma for the shit that we do. We don't need a motherfucking... We do it for each other. We do it for ourselves. For like, and we create magic. Literal magic. I understand why everybody else want to buy. It's true, and I totally get why other. I understand, but I'm not allowing it. We're gatekeeping over here. The fuck?
Heavy and
I don't even want
hard.
to call it gatekeeping. This is a closed community.
I'm about to say it's not even gatekeeping, because it's like,
this is
bitch,
mine. You took everything
y'all
else.
Shouldn't even know it exists.
No, literally.
Bitch.
The fuck?
We was in our continent chilling.
What?
We was, y'all was like
chilling.
Why are you worried about what we got going on?
No, mind your fucking business.
Like, keep that same energy.
No, mind your fucking business, ho.
Worry about
your
worry
fucking
about
self.
y'all. Don't worry about us. Keep the same energy. Like, keep that shit over there. Like,
no, literally. The fuck?
And it just be so silly because it happens in cycles. It's like one black thing is ghetto, and then a few later it's trendy. Then it gets ghetto again. Then it gets. It's just like,
it's exhausting.
You leave us the fuck alone.
Yeah, no,
bro.
Literally, it's so boring.
And then the funniest part is it be fucking niggas also contributing to it, who be so internalized anti-blackness, and who be fucking going to college and forgetting where they came from.
That's annoying.
Like,
it's really,
why you
really
think you got
annoying.
that full ride? Because you was in the ghetto, baby. Don't think the little 4 years you're gonna come back and think what? You're Malcolm X.
It's so embarrassing.
You're Huey P. Newton.
Oh,
with his abusive ass.
Lord. They could never. They could never. I'm sorry. They could never. They don't really make them how they used to. Not that they were ever really... Well, I don't know about that, but... Because niggas be nigging. Like, niggering.
Niggas be nigging for sure.
But, still, though, like... Yeah. Shit, I don't even know how we all, like, got all into this topic, but it's been so powerful. Shit!
Not us shed a tear.
You literally moved me to tears.
Yeah.
I was feeling that so heavy.
Whew.
Golly.
Yeah, I needed that.
Me too.
No,
friend.
for real.
Wow. That was
Only
powerful.
1 hour left.
That's unbelievable. Friend, you've been doing it. I'm so proud of you. You've been doing it. I'm going so hard. I know, it's already 3 o'clock. Shit. It's the imposter syndrome shit for me.
Ugh.
It's so hard, friend.
Oh my gosh. Friend, you deserve everything you have, everything that you're gonna get. Like, for real. Like, you do.
I just believe you on like it's like another level, a solecular level.
Like,
when you speak to me.
I mean it.
I know.
Like, I just feel like you're just gonna really like touch people, and like, I just see you as like a community, like, what's the fucking word? Like, such a core part of like what community needs, which is like somebody who can remind us to like hold space for each other. I feel like that's you. Like, you really be like making, like, pushing niggas, or like, well, me, I don't know, like, I'm speaking for myself, like, you really be pushing me to like hold space for like other people, and like my other versions of myself, and just like different shit that like in different perspectives, and like wanting me to like really, you know, and then also just wanting me to trust myself, like, you know, like, again, like that speaking like life into like me and my dreams. Like, you be like really, after talking to me, I'd be like, damn, like, I really should take pause and like think about,
because it's so true though, like
what I'm really feeling, like what I'm really hearing, because it's like our anxieties be like honestly making us delusional and like see shit that's not really happening. Like on some confirmation bias shit. Like, I want to I want to believe like the negative things I'm thinking about myself, so I'm gonna see them. You know what I mean? Because it's like it feels good. It feels good to be like confirmed that like
I saw something like that. That
it
was
feels
like
good to be like validated in something that you see wrong with yourself.
Yeah, our
Because
brains get
like,
addicted to that feeling of being sad, that feeling of like being anxious and stressed. We kind of learn to find comfort in that. Like literally, not neurotypically, like in our neurotransmitters, like we'll be actually receiving dopamine and serotonin, like motivation to continue the same negative patterns. That's why it's so hard for us to change our fucking ways. Like it's not as easy as
like it's like
hard.
The way that our body is literally
wired.
Literally wired and rewired, like depending on the body-mind connection is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
And how it's not even chicken or egg, like it's simultaneous. Because like our first brain was in our gut. Like,
okay, Dr. Sabi. No, it's so true though.
But it is.
It's like you're 100% right.
The way our gut functions, like a brain, so similarly.
Yes.
So like, there's a reason why.
It's true.
There's a connection between gut health and our mental health because they function so similarly. These two systems, the nervous system and the digestion system.
Yes.
Like the specialization of the parts, but also the way that like it's giving like mushroom behavior on some like connected.
Yes, the the root system all throughout. Like it's not so cool how our nerves like actually like roots too, which is like also how fungi like and mycelium or whatever like be in the earth. Like we are earth, we're the nature. We are.
Like, I'm sorry, but it be shit like that. I'm like, not God real. Like, literally not God real. Because when I hear shit like that, I'd be like,
there's no way.
Because how am I the same as a fucking mushroom, bitch?
There's no way.
God is fucking real!
And oh my God, friend.
Like, why am I a tree?
Fucking.
Like, why am I a tree? Why am I a fucking caterpillar? Like, God is real.
I'm literally sitting here like, yeah.
Like,
yeah, because it's actually so incredible. I remember being little and being like, look at how intricate even the smallest system is. Like being in biology and class, like in school, learning about like and how perfect it is. Like sacred geometry, the way even our embryo is formed, to the way like leaves are fucking developed, to the way that other animals are. It's like a perfect scale, like over and over and over, that forms just like small solutions to create like on a wider scale can create something so complex. Like you mean to tell me there's not like God
happening simultaneously
at the same time, like,
and we're just vibing.
No, like not paying attention like shit.
We're just in our bodies vibing, and then all this shit is happening. And it's like the same thing with nature.
The similarities.
Nobody told nature to like
do this, do that. It just does. It just is. It's just being. And look at how beautiful and gorgeous and how symbiotic, like, and mutualistic the relations that we have, like, with Earth, and that pieces of like nature have with one another, and how like they create community too, like just from being. Oh, child, please, I'm overwhelmed.
Oh my God, friend.
No, it's so true. We are literally the trees. What happened?
Wow, no, what you just said, like,
we're the
nature in like this land and like the nature that exists on it is part of our community. You ate. 100%. You ate with that shit. I've never thought of that like that. I've always thought of it as like something to steward and something to take care of.
Oh, baby, the earth be taking care of us.
But like, my community is something that I have to steward and take care of that also takes care of me. The same way nature. So it's
just like how you said simultaneously. It doesn't have to be one after the other, and that's what niggas don't get. Is we only live in gray areas. Very few things are black and white. Very few things are one at a time. It's always happening all the time at the same time.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, and I think being in the garden helped me create that connection about nature being my community. It gave me like a new context about the way like the earth takes care of me, like rock me to sleep type take care of me. That's how I feel about it. Like that's how it feels for me.
Wow. Yes.
Like the way I respect this earth, like I know I don't always do right by it because I still need to do a lot of my own unlearning and like trying to get over like the ease of being bad. Like like it's easy to not recycle. It's easy to like use plastic. It's easy to, you know, just not do right.
To not treat things with care.
Exactly. But I don't want. I remember literally, but like my older brother had said this a while ago, and I didn't understand it at the time, but now I really do. Like as I'm getting older, I want to make the more difficult decisions. I remember at the time being like, "What the fuck does that mean? Like, what this nigga talking about?" Literally, that's everything. The older you get, it's like your integrity lies there. That's where it lives. You making the decisions that, although it's not easy, is it correct? Is it righteous? Is it self-serving or community serving? Is it short-term pleasure or long-term or longevity and continued sustainability? That's like how we've been talking about.
Yes.
And that resourcefulness.
Yes.
In every sense of the word. And a lot of time that shit is not easy, but it's the more rewarding. And that's the kind of life I want to live. I don't care about
I don't
ease.
want an easy life. I want a rewarding
If it's shitty,
life.
I want. Okay.
Period.
Say that shit.
Period, friend. Ooh, absolutely. I like. Oh yeah.
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 Period. Like,
yeah,
babe. Wow.
Yeah. And
Friend.
from our conversation weeks ago, friend, I've been carrying that like when you were talking about resourcefulness, like it has not left me for some reason. I don't know why. Like it, like
you want to know why? Because you're about to go to fucking New York, friend.
Literally.
Resourcefulness is the name of the game in the concrete
Okay.
jungle. Like,
friend, please say that shit.
I was putting that seed in your ear,
like
knowing
you said wake up.
I said no. I was like, because like, girl, like
you said, listen.
The streets is tough,
very,
and you are gonna need to like really be on your like roll my sleeves up shit.
Literally.
For real. And like not on some like labor, but on some it's a different type of work. Or like it's a different playing field than you've ever experienced.
Yes.
And so you're gonna have to fucking I don't know. Give this.
It's a sharp ass turn.
Right. But like it's giving very much like gotta start fucking looking at things that you may have overpassed. Okay. You gotta enter your New York state of mind.
I gotta leave the down south, my Texas down south state of mind, and like step into a whole new state of being.
Yes,
and
but
thinking.
You have the skills in this. You have the skills and the ability, but then you also have resources and people to call on.
Yes,
I will be there.
I know you will.
Bitch,
it goes without saying.
You know, one thing I'm not even gonna do is buy a plane ticket to go somewhere. Bitch, I will go to New York. Give me a little whatever hotel.
Yeah.
And I will be there for you.
You don't need a hotel. You may be staying with me.
Oh no, period.
Like what?
Like
no, seriously. And as you were speaking, it just came to me. I really think resourcefulness is the antithesis of disposability, and like in so many senses of the word, like not just in our material possessions, but how we treat one another and how we view ourselves.
Absolutely.
Like it's crazy that we're talking about resourcefulness and we're not even talking about like I need to make some shit shake, I need to transform this. It's like it starts here, like with your consciousness. Like what about you? Like did you discard or not value or discredit that can serve to like your advantage now, that you can rework and build on?
Yeah,
that can
parts of yourself that you tampered down,
exactly,
or didn't let come forth.
Exactly.
But now you can.
Yeah. And rework that shit and giving ourselves grace in that. because it's not always like, shit, like I need to do away with so and so parts of myself.
Yeah.
Or like, shit, I need to do away with so and so, like, I don't know, that even just makes me think about like transformative justice and shit like that too. Like, you know, just being resourceful in the ways that we can't just, how do they say it? We can't just disappear people.
Yes.
And disappear ourselves in the process. We have to be resourceful.
Yes.
We have to like go back and remember, and we have to like also like move forward and think like, what did I see back then? What did I do back then that can aid me now? That's how our brains work. Like literally, like every time we approach a new problem, our brains not unconsciously, but subconsciously, we're not even aware of, are just thinking about our past experiences and how we take those things and apply it to what is in front of us. And we just trial and error that shit. Like, okay, literally. This part worked, this part didn't.
Yeah, because it's like the schemas of our brain.
Yes.
Like that's just, we have to associate constantly.
Yep.
And we loved repeated patterns because they're easy.
Yeah.
And they're safe.
Yeah.
And they're predictable when they work. So it's like, yeah, I'm going to do the thing that worked last time.
Because it's like, yeah, I should, right? Like, period, friend. You get it. Sure. Everything.
Yeah, the podcast is about to ease. So sorry.
Oh my God. We're powerful. We're really, really powerful together. We really, really are. And I think...
I feel it. It's a force to be reckoned with.
It is.
Real.
It is. We're powerful, and I think that is why we never, like, give up on each other. Out of all them niggas are advocates.
I was just like, oh yeah, this is like my dog. I'm like,
no.
I was just like, you know how you say, yeah, I made some new friends. Like, no, I made a new friend.
Yeah.
Like, I was like, I made a new friend. Like,
yes.
a friend.
You were my friend after that weekend.
A friend.
Oh my
like,
God.
it's so crazy how quickly it happened. Because that doesn't happen with me.
No.
Like,
no, it doesn't.
But I was like, this is my friend.
This is my friend.
I don't fuck with them chickens unless they last name is Cutler.